The rise and fall of the emperor, how Adriano lost football's greatest crown. Imagine being called the next Brazilian superstar after Ronaldo. Imagine defenders fearing your left foot more than a penalty. Imagine winning league titles, breaking goal-scoring records, and having the world at your feet, only to walk away from it all before turning 35. This is the heartbreaking story of Adriano, the emperor. A player blessed with extraordinary talent whose greatest opponent wasn't another defender. It was grief, the boy from the favela. Adriano Leite Ribeiro was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and grew up in the tough neighborhood of Vila Cruzeiro. Football wasn't just entertainment, it was survival. His incredible strength, explosive speed, and thunderous left foot quickly made him one of Brazil's brightest young talents. He joined CR Flamengo and made his professional debut as a teenager. Europe came calling almost immediately. In 2001, Italian giants Inter Milan signed him, believing they had found Brazil's next global superstar. The birth of the emperor. After loan spells with Parma Calcio 1913 and ACF Fiorentina, Adriano exploded onto the European stage. He was unlike any striker in world football. Power, speed, technique, and perhaps the hardest left-footed shot of his generation. Fans nicknamed him L'Imperatore, the Emperor. He scored spectacular goals from impossible distances. Defenders bounced off him. Goalkeepers feared him. For Brazil, he became part of an unforgettable attack alongside Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and Kaká. In 2004, Adriano helped Brazil win the 2004 Copa America, finishing as the tournament's top scorer and best player. The football world believed they were witnessing the birth of its next king. The phone call that changed everything. Then came one phone call. In 2004, while on international duty, Adriano learned that his father had died suddenly. His father had been his biggest supporter. The loss shattered him. Friends, teammates, and coaches noticed the change immediately. The smiling striker disappeared. Depression took hold. Adriano later admitted that football no longer brought him happiness. Instead, he turned to alcohol to numb the pain. The slow collapse. His performances declined. He missed training. He struggled with fitness. Inter Milan tried to help him with counseling and support, but grief doesn't disappear overnight. Soon, newspaper headlines were no longer about spectacular goals. They were about missed training sessions, late-night partying, and questions about whether Adriano would ever return to his best. Although he briefly returned to Flamengo and later played for clubs including AS Roma and Sport Club Corinthians Paulista, the old emperor never truly came back. A career full of what-if. Many football fans believe Adriano could have become one of the greatest strikers in history. He had everything: strength, vision, finishing, explosive pace, a rocket of a left foot. Even today, many supporters describe him as football's greatest what-if. Reddit discussions years later still remember him as one of the most gifted players they ever watched. Adriano speaks. Years after retiring, Adriano openly discussed his struggles. He admitted that the death of his father left wounds that never fully healed. He has reflected on how grief, depression, and alcohol changed the course of his life, even saying he felt he had wasted his immense football talent. Adriano's story isn't just about football. It's a reminder that even the strongest-looking people can carry invisible burdens. Fans remember the goals, the power, the unstoppable left foot, but behind the emperor was a man fighting a battle few could see. Sometimes, the greatest opponent isn't on the pitch. Sometimes, it's heartbreak. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Was Adriano the greatest what-if in football history?